It is the 28th day of May 2018. Welcome to New Vision TV News around Uganda. Here we look at stories making headlines across the country. And I am your host, Ruthi Naseja. We kickstart off this bulletin from Kotido district. A 2.3 billion shilling water project has been launched in Kotido district. The project was funded by the government and implemented by the Small Towns Water Supply, Sanitation and Sector Program under the Ministry of Water and Environment. The scheme, located in Kasheri sub-county, will benefit Kasheri Lokona Town Council. The 9-month project is slated to begin on June 1st and construction will be done by Palm Construction Limited. While presiding over the handover of the project to the contractor on Friday, the Kotido woman MP Margaret Alepa said the project is expected to benefit thousands of people. Alepa said the initiative would also reduce medical bills since diseases like cholera, dysentery and diarrhea would be history because the people would be drinking safe water. We move on to Mukono district. Thomas Peterson, the mayor of Vimmerby city from Sweden, has advised the education ministry to emphasize more on the hands-on education in schools if Uganda is to beat the high unemployment levels. Peterson was on Friday leading the 8-man delegation from Vimmerby that toured many schools in Mukono municipality that had spearheaded the teaching of career guidance and technical education to its pupils. The visiting team involved 4 steering leaders, including Peterson, Lunat Nigrin, the speaker, and Peter Knolson, project coordinator, a teacher, and 4 students. The visit follows a 4-year Mukono Vimmerby partnership where Ugandan teachers from Mukono travel to Sweden for training in career guidance and hands-on education. Peterson said it was more important to have hands-on education than theoretical education because it helps a child understand what is being taught besides acquiring skills at a tender age which help them as they grow up. As we continue looking at other stories making headlines across the country, let us first take a look at what is making headlines in today's copy of the New Vision. The headlining story today is government to pay injured accident victims. And also government declares 3 days of mourning to meet burial costs. Also in the New Vision, we have envoys defend Uganda's role and councillors refuse to pass budget. We have also Johnson baby powder probed. Those with children, you have to be alert on this. Moving on what is making headlines inside the New Vision, we have a headline which says, I know what is on the ground, First Lady says after visiting schools. And also some vocational schools underutilized, says the education sector. Dear Congo travelers screened, and South Sudan peace talks making progress, says Museveni. Those are some of the stories you can get in detail when you buy your copy of the New Vision. Moving on, every Monday we have the infrastructure pullout, which is our Monday offering, and the headlining story today is, will a new PPDA law drive big projects? Inside the infrastructure pullout, we have a dispute over Entebbe housing estate, and lighting rural areas paves way for development. Those are some of the stories you can grab from the infrastructure pullout. And still every Monday we have the health and beauty pullout. The headlining story here is health budget gets a 23% boost. Yeah, the budget is around the corner, so these are some of the stories you should read before it is being passed next month, probably. Moving on, in the New Vision, business says debt is under control, says the president of Uganda, that is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Let's move on to the sports docket. The headlining story in the sports docket is Trust Me. Get to know who says that and why they say that. We have deadlock in first leg. That is also something you should read when you get your copy of the New Vision. More stories in the sports docket. I see some international sports news that you would wish to read, and more analysis from our sports gurus here at the New Vision. What else? Yeah, so many interesting stories here that you could read when you buy a copy of the New Vision. And remember, the New Vision is only 2,000 shillings, and we are proudly the leading daily. Moving on to stories making headlines across the country, let's go to the land of the Bamasaba, and this is Namisindwa. Over 1,500 people have fled their homes and pitched camp at sub-county headquarters for fear of being trapped by landslides after discovering huge cracks running through their houses and compounds. The cracks have also left several roads, schools, water sources, and health centers sinking, while scores of buildings at the district's sub-county headquarters have collapsed. Some of the affected schools are Wandambi, Makunya, and Riverside Primary and Secondary Schools in Wandambi Parish in Namisindwa Town Council. Residents have appealed to the government to find out why their houses are collapsing while others have moved from the original locations. Musa Echeru, the State Minister for Disaster Preparedness, has directed local leaders to evacuate families in the affected parishes as the government looks for a solution to the problem. Finally, from Wakiso District, over 3,000 children over the weekend celebrated the 3rd Children's Martyrs Day at Namgongo Anglican Martyrs Shrine in Wakiso District. The children hail from different dioceses of the province of the Church of Uganda, including Kampala, Namirembe, Mukono, Luweero, and Central Busoga. Children's Martyrs Day is one of the events in the run-up to the Uganda Martyrs Day celebrations on June the 3rd. Greater Kigezi Diocese, which is made up of North Kigezi, Muhabura, and Kinkizi, will lead this year's celebrations at the Anglican Shrine. The Reverend Canon Henry Segawa, the principal of Uganda Martyrs Seminary and the caretaker of the Anglican Martyrs Grounds, said Children's Martyrs Day, which is celebrated every year on May 26th, was pioneered by Namirembe Diocese in 2006. And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more news updates and other programs here on New Vision TV by visiting our website www.newvision.co.ug/video. I am Marathi Naseje.